Are you ready to listen to a podcast?
Here comes the Playhouse Podcast, thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices.
Find, subscribe, and listen.
Apparently, Kat's new bedtime is 7:15. Do you know why? It was kind of a shocker for us this morning. We'll get to that in a second. Here comes the podcast. We were talking with Stacy about this.
It's called a monogamy sponsor, and I had no idea that this was a thing, that this existed, at all. But apparently, my husband says that he knows people who have tried this service where, when you're feeling, tempted or, you're struggling with monogamy, you call your sponsor, the way that you would do in a 12-step program, and they basically, talk you through it and get you to, see reason and remain monogamous.
Okay, so it's a monogamy sponsor. You get a sponsor, and then every time you think you're going to cheat on your partner, you call them and they talk you off the ledge. They're like, no, don't do it.
I think that is awful. I can't believe that she even has to mess with that in her relationship. But if Derek had to have a sponsor to call, it would be to deal with people that are dumb. That. Okay, so last week it was a lot for him. And I'm not going to say what the situations were.
I think you should.
But
I'm going to help.
He was losing it. And I'm like, you have every right to feel the way you feel. I could not even justify anything that other people were doing. I was like, you have every right. So if he could have just called somebody and used names.
He needs an idiot sponsor.
Yeah, he just needs
when people are acting a fool.
Or the people that are time bandits and what's the word I'm trying to use?
That was mine. That was exactly what I was thinking. I need a time bandit.
Inconsiderate. There we go. Inconsiderate people are the worst. The ones that think that their way is the only way.
Here's the thing about inconsiderate that I'm going to have to probably dispute here is I think some people are inconsiderate because they know better. But a lot of people around here don't know better. They don't know they're wasting your time because they have time to waste.
Yeah.
So they're just dumb.
I know. It's a little crazy, especially at certain people's ages where you can't teach an old dog new tricks at that point, and it's kind of sad.
So for my wife, Trisha, I think would need a doodle sponsor.
Okay.
When she chooses to, when she's about to spend dumb money on our golden doodle, she should have somebody that she should be able to call and say, hey, I was thinking about getting Addison this.
Yeah, it's a beautiful fall vest.
It'll
go
think?
Great for our photos, family photos.
I would save thousands a year if I could have somebody step up and be Trisha's doodle sponsor.
Yeah.
And where if they would just say, no, your dog, it's a dog.
Mm-hmm.
Your dog does not need that.
Yeah.
I'm okay if the dog has a birthday or even Christmas. You want to get it something small.
Birthday outfit.
But those boxes are arriving almost daily from several different companies. There are more dog treats in my house than that dog can ever eat in its life. They're stockpiled because my wife. She tries. Let's let her try
in
this
case you
one.
go through another pandemic in Milkbone, there's a shortage.
How about this? If you needed a sponsor, what would you need a sponsor for?
The roller food at the gas station. Since I started Livia, I have been my own sponsor. I literally don't even go over there, but sometimes it's just
it calls you.
They are so good. You forget about how long they've been out and how many people have coughed around them.
I can say it's been since high school since I've eaten anything off a roller at a gas station.
That's why I didn't get COVID, by the way, because I have eaten those my whole life. My body is legit a tank.
If you had to recommend something off a roller at a gas station, you would immediately go for what?
You know my go-to, the Tornado. Okay, it's so good.
What's in
I don't
it?
even know why I'm talking about it because it's going to be in my mind, but I have not had any since May.
But what's in the Tornado? I don't know.
Just a slew of things you could get, like a chicken buffalo type of.
Is it like an
flavor.
enchilada?
It's like I guess I don't know how to describe it. Or is that the chicken one? I don't know. They all blend together. They all go in the same little wrapper. I'm just I I don't even go over there. I get my kombucha and I'm out the door.
How many bites to finish off a tornado right now if I had one for you?
Did you say an S on the end of that?
We were talking earlier with a woman named Stacy, and she alerted us to, well, this thing.
It's called a monogamy sponsor, and I had no idea that this was a thing, that this existed, like, at all. But apparently, my husband says that he knows people who have tried this service where, like, when you're feeling, like, tempted or, like, you're struggling with monogamy, you call your sponsor, like, the way that you would do in a 12-step program, and they basically, like, talk you through it and get you to, like, see reason and remain monogamous.
Okay, so obviously taking a hint from alcoholics and drug addicts as far as the sponsorship thing, it works for tens of thousands of people when they have somebody they can rely on in a moment of weakness and somebody that can help them through this. And we thought, all right, well, if we were going to be sponsors for you when you have a weak moment, like Kat, you would immediately call me when you needed help with.
Yeah, I'd be panting in the fetal position somewhere, really wanting something off the roller at the gas station. They're too good. They're so good.
The time bandits in my life.
Yeah.
It saddens me to think that on my deathbed, I'll probably find a way to calculate all the moments I've lost in stupid meetings over my life.
I don't think you want to know.
It pains me at this age to even think about it. Like if we were going to be your sponsor. Hi, Jesse. How are you, by the way?
I'm good. How are you guys today?
Good. If you could call us because you were needing a sponsor at one moment, it would have to do with what?
Toxic relationship.
Okay.
Hey, I want to go back to this horrible person.
So you keep going back
Can you
to
talk me down?
one person, or do you keep going back to the same dumpster and finding people that are just like the person before, like a copy and paste?
No, it's the same person. It's not anymore, but it
What
is
do
a
they
thing.
got?
And I know a lot of people.
What do they
I
got?
don't know. It's like that whole, you just get stuck in a cycle and you just, like, you leave and you're like, I got this, I can stay gone.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden you're like, I miss them for whatever reason. Maybe it's a halo effect. I don't know.
You're making up
But
things
I
now.
would just like to call somebody like, so I'm thinking about this. And especially, I think, in abusive relationships.
Well,
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah, I mean, that's going to go well beyond our skill set of being able to help you. Like, you need somebody that's in the profession.
Yeah,
but
no.
if you think about him
Yes.
today, like, you're like, oh, there were some good times. I want you to immediately call us. You've got our number. We're here every single morning. You call us, you be like, hey, it's Jesse. I'm thinking about getting back into this toxic relationship, and we'll talk you off that ledge, okay?
All right.
We're here
thanks,
for
guys.
you. You bet. Have a
Keep
great
thinking
morning.
about the bad stuff. Keep thinking about the crying you did. Got it?
There it is. Hi, Charlotte. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing all right,
If we could be your sponsor for something that you find that you have trouble with in life, we would sponsor you for what?
For shopping, just take the card in that checkout line.
Yeah.
Like, you don't need this.
I was waiting for my home goods girls to call because
Yes. Oh my God.
don't you know?
The other day.
Oh my God. I went downstairs yesterday. I'm like, I got to go to Home Goods. I need some more throw pillows for the holidays.
Nobody needs more throw pillows.
Not one person that's coming over for the holidays is going to say, you didn't get new throw pillows for the holidays, but I feel like I need them, So we need each other.
It's completely necessary.
It is. See, you're the worst. You would be the worst sponsor.
Well, she's not calling to be your sponsor. We're calling to be her sponsor. You got to talk her out
I
of it.
needed her for a moment there, but then I also need a mug with my name on it. I need like a mug that has one of those honey spoons and a spot for the honey spoon.
Yes.
I need truffle oil. Like, I need all that stuff.
Charlotte, if it makes you feel any better, and it probably won't, but more people are texting and shopping than anything else.
Yeah, it is. There's some truth to it.
So we'll offer you the same thing. If you feel there's ever a moment of weakness, you know where to find us. You call us. Like if you're waking up one morning and you're like, after work, I have to go to Home Goods because I need, and then you're like, it gets to be like 8 o'clock in the morning and you're like, I don't know if I need that. I better call Kat and JJ and they'll will completely help you out.
Christine needs a Costco sponsor. That is totally valid. An Aldi sponsor.
Yeah. Hang in there, Charlotte. We got you.
Yeah, no, it's tough.
Yeah.
Have a great morning. We appreciate you checking in. How's Becca doing?
Good. How are you?
Good. Moment of weakness. What's yours?
online shopping.
Oh,
Like
you're an
Amazon
Amazon girl, aren't you?
Oh, man. Oh, I have a question for you. Okay, so I have had to bring back like a number. I'll go years without bringing anything back to Amazon because I thoughtfully buy, but the other day I didn't. And so now I'm getting, I ordered this like native style sweatshirt. I love that pattern. And it came and it was the ugliest thing. I got it yesterday. But I've also, in the last week, brought back a lot of things. Can you bring back too many things? Send back returns too much to Amazon before
If they get
flag
to know you
you
at the UPS store, that's too much.
I just don't know. Is there like
I
a
mean,
limit?
I don't think so.
You don't-
I mean, there must not be, because if there was, I would have reached already, too.
Okay. All right. Good to know. Good to
There
know.
was a year back, long before Amazon, that my wife got banned from Target because she started bringing too many things
Yes.
back, and we had to have a talk about that. I said, yeah, they banned her. They said you can't return stuff here anymore because
She went to the one off Lincoln. They
Yeah.
said, we know about you. We got your picture right here.
She hit up all of them in the area, like, and then they're like, no. She would walk in and they'd be like, it's Trisha, and they would kick her back out in the parking lot. But again, same thing, same offer, Becca. If you find yourself in a moment of weakness, you call us and we'll get you to unclick Amazon. Okay. Hey, what you got to do is turn off that one swipe buying thing. You got to get that off your phone because that makes it too easy where you're like, oh, I'm just going to get this real quick. And because there's no guilt after you swipe. It's that pre-thought, right?
Yeah. You can do this. You're strong. You're strong.
Hang in there. We got you. I got time for one more real quick. Sandy, what's the thing you're weak at that we could help? So might be able to help as your sponsor with.
It would be for my husband, and it would have to be he's starting new projects and not finishing them.
Okay.
No.
So he'd give us a ring and he'd talk about what he's whittling now. And then we'll say, finish that woodcraft until you move on to the next one.
Yeah, what's the last unfinished project he had?
Oh gosh, probably my stand-up flower bed.
Okay, when did he start this?
raised-up
Was this in the
garden.
spring? He thought he was going to get this done?
Yeah, it was supposed to be done before. You are supposed to be able to plant your, when you first are allowed to plant your seeds is when he had started it, and it's never been finished.
What holds him
So
back
maybe
from
next year? We'll see.
You're so optimistic. What holds him back from finishing this? Is it time? Is it skill set? Is it money? Because my old man always used to say, when you got the money, you don't have the time, and when you got the time, you don't have the money. Is that the way it is?
No, his mind just don't stop working.
Yeah.
And then he's like, oh, this is a good idea for this. And then he's like, oh, and then he just starts this project.
Just something shiny.
and
He's
never
over it.
finishes the last one.
What's your husband's name, by the way?
Dwayne.
Dwayne. All right, tell Dwayne that we're here. We're here every single morning. When he thinks of a new project, he should call us. And what we'll do is we'll remind him of the unfinished ones. You can shoot us a quick text of all the stuff that he hasn't finished. And what we'll do is we'll guide him back into finishing one of those. And we'll use it as like a carrot and a donkey. We'll say, hey, when you finish Sandy's standing flower
You get
bed,
this.
then you can move on to re-sheet rocking the garage. We'll kind of dangle that in front of him. Maybe we'll make some headway
Or just
here.
start to, project shame him. Just be like, really get down on him. Why isn't this done? Start harping until he's like,
Yeah,
you're right.
That's the best idea. Just keep harping at
Say,
your
I'm going
husband.
to find me a new man that'll finish my flower bed.
All right, threaten him. All right, thanks, Sandy.
Oh, no, I would never say that, Kat. But
Oh, you should.
hey, maybe, honey, you can have your Vikings countertop that you're working on right now for the Vikings living room downstairs. If you finish my garden bed, I
Wow.
mean, maybe I'll...
You just got to find the right leverage. Sometimes you just have to lean a little bit more.
Bingo! How fun!
Last week, someone lost an eye at bingo.
Bingo what bingo? Bingo!
Cat gets the bingo. You get the prizes. If you are the first person who calls, who?
Who was there to witness their baby's first swear word? This niece, she said the B word, and her uncle caught it all on tape.
Ha I'm telling on you.
This little itty bitty kid that knew that word.
Yep.
Mine is, I get the bingo. You get the prizes. If you have a really regrettable tattoo, the one I saw on Instagram, this girl got her boyfriend's name tattooed all up in her forehead.
So stupid.
And it was huge calligraphy letters. I could not believe that. Stacy, you're first through. Which bingo you got?
I have Cat's bingo.
Yay. All right. So, without saying the word and getting us kicked off the radio, which word are we dealing with and who was it?
My son and the F word.
Oh, man. So what was the scenario? Why did he feel the need? Because when I say it, it's like it makes the moment,
He was just trying to be funny, and he was about 3 years old, and he just blurted it out.
Yeah.
And you laughed, cried, or punished?
With the age, I couldn't help but just laugh.
Yeah, right?
Yeah. Sometimes you just say, you got to wait until you're a certain age.
I told this to my kids all the time. I said, It just can't happen in school or at grandma's or church. Other than that, whatever. It's just a word, right? Like, I've never been a big fan of, like,
there's
words
a place
hurt.
and a time for it, though. You can't just, like, scream it out at a restaurant. You look crazy.
I used to scream it out at my friends out the car window. Like, you got to remember, I grew up in a situation where I was the leader of the swears. Like, having, maybe it's not this way anymore, but having a father in the military, the language barrier in our life was non-existent. I knew all the good swears before kindergarten. So there would be lots of these calls that would come home to my mom.
That guy.
Do you know what your son taught my son? And she'd be like, man, I'm really, really sorry, but that's on my husband, and he's away right now for the military, so I can't yell at anybody. But I don't know, kids swearing are some of the funniest little things I've ever seen.
Was it a one and done, or has he done it
Yes.
again? Okay.
No, it was a one and done. We had a stern talking with him, and we just remind him that those are not the words that kids use.
How old is he now? Hey, Stacy, how old is he now?
Yes. He's 6.
Okay, so we haven't quite graduated to the point where he can start working that into conversations yet?
Right.
Want to go to Mexico with us? It's an all-inclusive trip for 2 to the Mexican Mayan Riviera, and you can win that at 7:05 Wednesday morning if you get up during the live show. Right now, let's get you back into the podcast. Hi, April. How you feeling today?
Good. How are you?
Great. We were talking about people that have won prizes on the radio over the years, and it's such a weird phenomenon to have a radio station like this that's been around for so long. And then as we were starting to look on Twitter and all these people that are texting in that have won, bigger things on the radio throughout the years, what'd you win?
I won Rob Thomas concert tickets.
Oh.
Down at the Sanger Theater in New Orleans a few years ago.
Who'd you win that with?
When it was just B97.
Okay. I don't know
Where's B97?
Out of New Orleans.
When you were in New Orleans.
You lived in New Orleans.
Okay.
Yep.
Yeah.
Got it.
I'm originally from New Orleans.
Do you remember how you won them? What'd you have to do?
It just had to be a certain number caller, and that was it.
Yeah. All right. Cool.
And I won 2 tickets to Rob Thomas at the Sanger Theater.
Pretty good experience?
Oh, yeah, because it was floor tickets, and, a theater isn't that big.
Yeah.
So you can kind of walk around and stuff, and he also came off the stage down into the floor walking around and stuff.
That's cool.
So let's say that B97, that was the name of the station?
Yeah.
Let's say that they were like a C. Let's say they were a pretty average radio station. Where would you rank us?
Oh, God.
You're pretty close up there.
So we're like a C also?
Like
we're just average?
Their music.
Great. Glad we brought you on the show.
You're about a B.
Okay. So we're much
so.
better, is what you say, marginally better than they are.
I'll take a B.
Yeah.
All right. So we're going to, Kat, if you could send an email to everybody at B97 Radio and just say, April was on with us this morning.
How do you write neener?
How was your day yesterday?
It was pretty low key. Got my, time of the month happening. So I had to go home and take a nap because I literally felt like I was going to die. My whole body felt like it was melting. Women can relate. They know what I'm talking about.
You're not used to this by now.
It's been changing. Like, as I've gotten older, it's been changing. Like, I've never had a tough time. Like, it's never been
You've been bitching about this for the better part of 2 decades on the radio.
I can't believe you use that word in reference to my time of the month. And I have never been a jerk. What are you even talking about? To even rival the level that you are at daily, how do you even explain it?
I am an old, broken down, subpar athlete who didn't properly take care of his body.
I don't think you want to bring it this way today.
Probably.
I think maybe just for the
everyone surrounding me is rolling today.
Best outcome for your day. I don't know if you want to bring it, but it was just like, I was so just drained and tired. I went to bed, guess what, at 7:15.
Wow.
No dinner. Last time I ate was at 2:30 yesterday. And that's it. I was just done. I'm wasting away. You'll barely see me.
You're behind the microphone post. I have no idea you're there.
You just see my eyebrows.
Like a toothpick with an orange. Tisha's on line 3 here for you, Kat.
Good morning.
Hello.
Hey, Kat. How you doing, baby?
I've been better. It's a heavy.
She has lady things going on, if you haven't heard.
I heard. And you know what? That's why I love her, because she said it on the radio, and I woke up this morning. I was calling to give my son a happy birthday. He turned 29 years old yesterday.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, baby, if he turned 29, so imagine how old I am, please. He don't drink, he don't smoke, and I'm so just proud. I'm just proud.
29. Where is the time gone, Tisha?
School, work, money, gone, light bill, rent, cars, clothes, Jordans.
Did you just throw in Jordans? Like, those are not necessary.
This time of the year, I don't coach a sport, and I find myself yesterday in a weird, dark spot. So my wife accepted a new position with a new company. Yesterday was her first day going into work in years.
This sounds like a normal life.
Right?
Don't you think that sounds normal?
It's abnormal for me.
Okay.
All right? It's abnormal for me to get done with this job and really not have anything to do.
That sounds
spring
fantastic.
I coach baseball, in the fall I coach football. This is a weird time. So I get done with this job. I go to the gym. I go home yesterday. My wife's at her new job. It's me and the dog.
Mm-hmm.
And it was so deafening quiet in our home. Tried to take a nap. Couldn't take a nap. It was too quiet. So I started, I did laundry. I did dishes. You know what I mean? I started preparing dinner.
Good.
You know what I mean? I do these things. And what I did find myself, though, doing is having the TV on in the background. And I think it's either TBS or Comedy Central runs the reruns of Seinfeld all day long, basically.
Yeah.
And one of the episodes on yesterday was the one where Kramer has Putty help him install the garbage disposal in his bathtub, in his shower.
Because he wants to do dishes.
Right. So he washes dishes, starts making meals.
Yeah.
He's multitasking while in his shower. And it started making me think about, do you actually multitask when you're in the shower? Because I'll shave my head when I'm in the shower. But beyond that, I don't do anything else in the shower. It's a quick 10 and out in the morning, and that's if I do have to shave my head. I'll get a workout in real quick before I get in the shower, and then it's a quick rinse and prepare yourself for the day. Do you do anything else while you're in the shower? Do you multitask?
I go through my day, my to-do list. I actually planned our Thanksgiving feast and spread in the shower this morning, so I had to get here and get it on my Excel spreadsheet so I don't forget it. So I have what everyone's bringing. My sister-in-law's bringing pie. My other sister-in-law's bringing buns. My mom's got the charcuterie board. I got everything else. Got my sister bringing 4 bottles of wine, which nobody drinks wine, so 3 for me.
Yeah.
So
will she supply all the gummies?
She'll probably bring some gummies. Yep. And then my other aunt is going to bring some veggies and dip. And then I got the rest. You know, that's what a hostess does. I got the bulk of the food. But that's what I did in the shower today.
So you multitask today?
Heck yeah, I multitask all day, every day. That's why my brain's so tired.
You do more than just shower, right?
I have a 6-month-old son, and I shower him with me. That way, when I'm done, I don't have to get his bath out and do all that. Kill 2 birds with one stone.
Yeah, except for they're slippery at that age.
They are. We did that until Liam was like 3 years old. We would just be like, all right, let's go. Time to shower.
Yeah.
Let's get it all going.
Same with all our kids. I bring them in and just rinse them off quick and hand them back out.
But then you know that their hair is clean, because right now Liam will just put a thing of shampoo and then just wipe it on his hair. And he doesn't scrub the scalp or anything like that. So, yeah.
Hey, morning, Brent. What are we doing for multitasking?
I like to enjoy a nice cold beer in the shower.
There it is.
A lot of people
I bet you there's a lot of guys that will admit to doing it as well.
Yeah, well, here's the problem. That's it's got to be an after-work shower then, right?
Yeah, because the hot water gets that buzz going a little bit more. Like if you have a cold claw in there. I know some people that actually have a holder in their shower, which is dedication.
Do you remember the very first time you had a shower beer?
I have only had maybe 2 in my life. And they're both in Cancun.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Right. No, I forgot about Mexico shower beers. When I was a freshman at Gustavus, and I think they still do this. I know St. John's does, but they have a case day where the goal is to drink a case of beer. And we're rolling up on our first case day, and all the freshmen were just like, oh, my God, there's all these like weird rumors that go around of what's going to happen. And I remember getting in the shower that morning. I ran to work out real quick. It was like 6. And this is on a Saturday, and I got my workout in. I get back to the dorms. It's like 7:30, and I grab my stuff. You know, you got to have a shower caddy because you share a shower with like 85 guys.
Yeah.
And I go in there, and there are beer cans everywhere in the shower. I'm like, wait, what? And I towel it around my waist. I run back in. I ask my roommate, I go, are we supposed to be drinking beer in the shower? And he goes, well, yeah, it's past 7. And I'm like, all right. So I grab a couple of beers and have them in the shower. And I was like, this is what college was all about to me.
So
shower
like drinking
beers.
in a hot tub, like you think that you're good and you're chill, and then you get out. And then you're like stumbling everywhere.
Well, right, because you're
just
it's
it up.
a compression thing. Yeah. So what's your multitask?
The Playhouse Podcast is made possible thanks to Bradshaw and Bryan Law Offices. Catch the live show weekdays from 5:30 to 9 on 104.7 KCLD. Now, share this with a friend.